I thought she'd stopped all that.
Well, she clearly hasn't.
Who are the plans against?
Freddie, are you worried she wants to hurt you?
Well, whose bedroom window did the note land on?
No one responds. An eerie silence fills the room.
She already hurt Liliana, but I will not let her hurt anyone else. I shouldn't have just stood and watched as she pushed Lily off the bridge. I could have done something, and if she tries to do that to any of my friends, I'm now going to do a lot more than watch like a coward.
There was nothing you could have done, Ford.
Don't lie.
When are you two actually going to give this a rest?
Yvonne caused it. It was Yvonne's fault. She pushed Lily. Neither of you did.
I was so awful towards her over the secret, though.
Yeah, and for good reason. I didn't know how tough you had it since your dad's death. And before we became friends, Lily was the only one you had left. As soon as you told me, I understood, you know?
We all understand.
You haven't lost a family member, Rhea. Well, not one you knew anyway.
I still sympathize with someone even if I can't empathize with them. But you are right. You two have something you can empathize with each other that no one else has. Besides Liliana, and, you know who.
It's not a crime to say her name, Rhea.
I thought saying her name upset you.
It does, but even if you don't say her name, I remember her. Her absence isn't going away. Neither is my dad's.
Absence is the worst feeling.
And you'd know that how?
I know it's not the same, but Johnny...
Sabrina.
When Johnny got hit by the car, I was so worried he was going to die, and also the times he brushed me off. It's not the same as losing someone, but I did miss him, and I know that feels horrible.
I felt the same after the car incident. Plus, with Lily, I was so scared. I really thought at one point she might die.
So did I.
Kara helped with my negative thoughts, though. But the more Kara pushed me to the edge, the more I thought she'd die, and the more I wanted to run. And I did. And that was a disaster.
She was horrible to you, and you all thought she was becoming a nicer person.
Yeah, well, I definitely regret that.
When someone does something horrible, sometimes you can believe they're sorry, but when they go and repeat a similar or the same thing, that's when you know it was all an act. All an act to gain someone's trust and then shatter it all again. She wanted to win her brother. She wanted Johnny to herself, didn't she?
She didn't like you or me interfering, and I never trusted her again. Why would I? Why would I trust someone who shoved me down the stairs and killed someone in our close group?
Did Johnny ever trust her again?
I don't have access to Johnny's thought process, Sabrina. But if he did, he sure doesn't now, because he apparently wants to take her down. And probably not because she did hurt me and kill someone. Plus, she was a terrible person even before I met her.
Did Johnny know about that?
About what?
The bullying?
Oh, right. Sorry. I don't know. He never really mentioned about it. He said Kara came home every day with a serious face. She stopped displaying emotions altogether. And when out, she just displayed signs of anger.
You seem to know a lot.
Have you forgotten this is my best friend's sister we're talking about?
Who's here?
I'll see.
Freddie leaves to answer the door.
He tells you a lot.
Because he trusts me?
He doesn't trust me.
Why would you even think something like that?
Freddie enters the room with Lena.
Are you, skipping school? Maybe. I said everything would be fine, Lena. But I couldn't help worrying about all of you.
Everything's not fine, though.
I'm glad you're not afraid to admit that. What happened?
Ford hands Lena the note.
This note flew through Freddie's bedroom window. What kind of plans does she have? How am I supposed to know that? She's been the cause of multiple crimes, including kidnapping me, so it could be anything. Again, Freddie, you can get it. Again.
I can't even bear to spend 1 second in her company.
I didn't exactly have a choice, Rhea.
How many enemies do you have again?
Like 10, but they're a lot worse than that. Most enemies are just bullies. Yvonne, Helena, and Kara are much worse than bullies.
Freddie enters with Johnny.
Johnny?
What's the verdict?
Johnny looks downcast for a moment.
She can come home today, and
That's amazing!
let me finish. She's going to need a lot of support and help, you know? Despite any physical injuries, she's extremely traumatized. Just like I was when I was hit by a car.
Johnny?
Ford, can we talk?
Of course. Shall we go into the garden?
Yeah.
Johnny and Ford head into the garden.
It feels like it's happening all over again.
Johnny.
The trauma from when, you know, it's reminding me of everything all over again. And this time, it wasn't even a targeted attack. It was just a storm.
What if it was targeted?
Like Yvonne controls the weather.
No, but what if she made you think it was the storm?
What?
Picture this. It's pitch black at night. Wet, stormy, misty. You can barely see a thing. Yvonne is creeping around in the dark with a chainsaw and decides to chop down a tree right before your car is about to head past it. And because it's stormy, you think that a gust of wind blew it down.
I didn't see anyone else around.
It was dark.
Mom had the headlights on.
Still dark.
Either way, a tree still landed on her car.
True, I suppose. I'm not helping, am I?
Johnny shrugs.
Courtney, wait up!
I need to be in class, Livy.
I'm sorry for bullying my cousin.
Why did you, though?
We have history.
History?
We were like best friends, and then my life started to fall apart and she kept interfering. Noah started to bully Johnny. Mom and Dad fell out a lot and eventually got a divorce.
That sucks.
Mom and Dad never agreed with each other over anything then. It was like 5 years ago, though. My parents are dating again. Things have improved and yeah, I regret what I did.
Did you apologize?
Yes, and Dana was half the reason my parents got back together. She helped with the matchmaking. I didn't know she cared so much.
I'm really glad they're happy. And you.
Never, ever take happiness for granted, Courtney, because you never know when your happiness can be taken away from you. It can happen so unexpectedly your life can be torn to pieces.
Like when Yvonne showed up?
Yes, no one expected that. I mean, honestly, Freddie and Liliana were already struggling to hold their lives together, but neither of them expected Yvonne to stoop that low.
Has she ever tried to hurt you?
First time she showed her face was to me and Ford in a dark alleyway at night. So, yes.
Wait, so you were the first one to ever meet her?
Basically.
What were your first impressions of her?
Evil. Though I really had no clue she'd once killed someone.
Hasn't she, escaped from, jail?
Yeah, she has, which is why she needs to be found and immediately locked up. We can't deal with any more fatalities not for Ford, Freddie, and Liliana have been through.
That makes sense. I hope they're okay.
Yeah, me too.
Scarlett will pay for this.
And how?
I'm not sure, but she needs to stop blackmailing Kayla now.
Are we going to help Amber then?
Of course we are. Don't be silly.
Amber runs in.
You're back?
Did I see Kayla and Scarlett together?
Yes, we need to make sure Scarlett doesn't do anything to her. But first off, how far is it to Nico's house?
Well, like 50 miles.
What? How did you get there?
I got the train. I have some money. I raided my mom's money boxes.
How did you?
Nowhere to go.
I didn't. I was taking my chances.
You're lucky you found us then, hey?
Yeah, I suppose.
We need to find Kayla.
Do you even know where to look?
Scarlett comes from the same direction every day. It's not that hard. And I'm sure it'll be obvious when we see your house. Something that says Scarlett all over.
What are you waiting for then?
You seem confident.
Well, you guys have offered to help me. And now I'm offering to help you.
Alright then, I suppose. Let's go.
Scarlett hands Kayla a mug of tea.
Have you, poisoned this?
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm just asking. Anyway, how come you look up to someone who's destroyed so many people's lives?
I think it's pretty cool.
You would.
What's it to you?
I just want everyone to get along and live happily and peacefully.
Impossible.
You might think that.
Amber can't hide. The situation will never fix itself. She has to do something about it.
And we are?
Who's we?
Amber, Chantel, Elia, Ethan, and me.
Kayla, get over it. Why do you even care so much about a girl from a totally different town who you barely even know?
She's a nice person, unlike someone else I know, and she's relying on us. She's scared and lonely.
Don't blame me if everything goes wrong.
Why would I do that? And it won't go wrong because I really want to make sure she ends up back with her family happily.
But why do you care?
Because my younger sister disappeared when I was 10. And I don't want another family to go through the same pain.
Kayla, I didn't know.
Bullying is never excused. And maybe if I didn't want you to know, I would have never told you. You just used it as another reason to bully me. Please, Scarlett. I know when someone's acting.
I feel guilty.
Why?
I've been thinking about how hard it's been for us, and Liliana got annoyed about that and stated everything that she and her family have been through. She's right.
It's okay to feel upset, though.
It doesn't feel like it.
Come on, do you want me to show you the class?
No, I'm going to try calling Freddie.
Cara hovers outside the school gate.
What do you even want, Cara? You should go. You will not hurt my brother or else you will pay.
And how exactly would I pay, Liliana?
Maybe most people hate violence, but if I tell Johnny that you're hurting Ford, then he'll snap.
But how exactly am I hurting Ford? I'm not.
I don't know what you said to Freddie, but firstly it's making Freddie absolutely traumatized. And because Freddie is one of Ford's best friends, it's practically breaking Ford too. And Johnny is extremely protective of Ford, so I really think you should leave Ford and Freddie alone.
I can do what I want, Liliana.
I don't think that's true, Cara. I wonder what you'd have to say if I told Emily you were harassing Ford's best friend. She'd locate you and you wouldn't stand a chance.
Do that, and I'll hurt him.
I wondered when you start blackmailing me. This needs to stop.
So?
You're so childish, Cara. Don't think for 1 second that I don't know who you are. You were a bully before your dad died, and whether Eve bullied my brother or not, we all know you were the ringleader. You made his life hell.
So what if I did?
You really don't care, do you?
Of course I don't.
If you dare lay a finger on my brother or Ford, you will pay. Understood?
I don't understand a word you say, Liliana.
Of course you do. You're just pretending not to.
Stop trying to get me to tell you anything.
Why not?
Because it's none of your business.
I think you just made it my business.
You don't want to get yourself into this, Liliana.
I can look after myself, thanks.
Whatever. I mean, if you could, you wouldn't have been stupid enough to let Yvonne shove you off that bridge. Ford couldn't have done anything, but maybe you could have.
You deserve to be pushed instead.
Well, it wasn't me that got pushed, it was you. Enjoying the crutches?
Ford had it worse. He was in a wheelchair. But big difference due to you.
Whatever.
How would you like to be in a wheelchair for over a month?
Well, I wasn't, so...
You're evil, Cara.
Give this to Freddie for me.
Cara hands Liliana a small square cardboard box.
Sure, fine, whatever.
Cara skips off down the road and disappears from sight. Liliana slips the lid off the cardboard box.
A matchstick box? Is that a threat?
Liliana notices the tissue paper underneath the matchstick.
What if there's something under here?
She rips the tissue paper out of the box and spots a note.
Take this as a warning. You know what this means. Fire? Fire? Does someone want to start a fire? Or worse, what if Cara wants to use fire? What if... Oh no.